So don't mind my background. I decided to change it up a bit since my all my videos have been like only with me sitting on my bed and my closet and whatever I had on my stool. So I decided to sit here since it's like sort of a nice background. Since my zip locker closet, um, two other things that I don't know what it is, and my cereal and this blue curtain. So I was planning to, I did do the review reaction video for Charm episode 7 last week. I almost said last year for some reason. But that ended up turning out to be longer than I expect. And even if I like edited and stuff, it was still longer. And right now my storage on my phone is not cooperating with me. So I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna try to make this like a different video. Sorry, my notifications keeps going off, and I want to make sure that what I have on my notification is what's on there and start the phone shaking. So today's video, I'm gonna talk about Charm episode 7, of course, and the promo for episode 8 and from episode 7 and previous episode last week. But there's not gonna be any videos that I recorded from episode 7 in here. I don't know, probably. I, who knows? I might end up putting it in, but if not, then it's just gonna be like any other video I have done, just with me only talking about it. So let's get on with the video. Okay, so in the previous episode of Charm, which was I think episode 6 last week, was that Macy has already been with Harry's Dark Lighter Jimmy, which he is been called by, for like already 2 days, and while that was happening, Harry and Mel and Maggie has been trying to find out why how or where she's at, because they already found out that she's in New York, in Manhattan, but then they see that there's no red dots, because usually the red dots, would show that a witch is in danger, or probably just like any mortal. But in that case, Macy's not in trouble, and they're wondering why, and then Harry tells them why, well, at least one part of it, saying that Macy's not in danger because his Dark Lighter Jimmy has feelings for her. Maggie asks, how do you know that? And then, or Maggie asks, how do you know that? In the previous, before he says that, then Mel asks, how do you know that? And then, out of nowhere, Harry ends up admitting that he has feelings. So apparently, he's thinking that since he has feelings, his Dark Lighter will have feelings, and that he would not hurt Macy. But in that case, but that was like 2 previous episodes ago, where when Harry had Abigail help him, because Abigail keeps getting in his head about every little thing that his Dark Lighter is. So, so last week episode, or should I say 2 weeks ago episode 6, they find a way how to find Macy, or you know what? Yeah, where they try to find a way how to find Macy. They already know she's already in New York, as I already said, but they don't know where in New York, in Manhattan. So in one part of the episode, there was a karaoke duet between Maggie and Jordan, and Maggie knew that her powers was advancing when she first like shook hands with Jordan, and she saw like a premonition or foresight of what's gonna happen later down that day. And then she tells Mel, and then obviously Harry's gonna know. So in that part, she does her part. She tries to like touch Jordan's or lean on Jordan's shoulder and try to get a premonition out of it where they can find out who knows where the Dark Lighter will hold Macy. But that didn't help until she touched Jordan's ring. I know. It's surprising how first it comes to a handshake, now it's from a ring. So when she touched that, she tried to force it and only like a clear blurry vision of it, and that didn't help. But in that part, Maggie couldn't do anything about it because while their duet was happening, Jordan's girlfriend happened to be like getting like so jealous or anything, and Harry and Mel are like in the audience, like pretty like impressed that Jordan has a voice and that hopefully Maggie has a premonition or foresight, but they didn't. So after, sorry, hold on, one sec. So after that, when Jordan goes to his girlfriend, they do their own thing, and Maggie goes to Mel and Harry, and I don't know where Harry shocks the both of them, and also all of us, the fans. Sorry, my pants is like falling down for some reason. Um, he ends up telling Maggie that you need to get him alone and touch him everywhere. And on the face of Maggie's face was like she did not know Harry was capable of asking that, even if it was to help find someone they love. But Mel out of nowhere says Harry. So while they do that, they already decided how they're gonna get Jordan alone with Maggie. Mel does this like potion thing to like the power box or something, stop the elevator. Maggie pretends that she's scared and asks if she can hold his hand, the one without the ring. That did not work, and until she asked to hold his other hand, that worked, and she found out the place where they can find someone who knows where the Dark Lighter, Jimmy, is holding Macy. But little did they know was that Maggie was seeing Harry, not Jimmy. So she thought it was Jimmy trying to like kill a demon. But then she texts Mel. Jordan's wondering why she's acting so weird, so she started talking about it. But she doesn't like lead on that it was like this assassin that looks like her friend who's after them. She just says it's a man, and then they talk. She has another vision of Jordan just standing and out of nowhere flying across the room. But we didn't know that until Fridays of last week's episode why that happened. So they finally find out the bar. Harry's playing poker. He has never played poker. Obviously, with a guy like him, he probably never played poker before when he was brought back as a white lighter. So Mel uses her invisible serum to hide herself and help Harry win the poker games, and she knows it because her dad taught her. But then that escalates where her cover is blown and the demons find out. But then Harry orbs and uses a knife and threatens the guy to tell him, but the guy doesn't care, as even if he was gonna kill him. And Mel threatens, well, bluffing while threatening that the bottle that she's holding was Hellflame, but it wasn't. And then finally the guy with the eye patch with one weird looking eye, which of course every demon probably might have that, finally tells him, like, in a dress. So they decided to what you call it, already orb there. But by the time they did that, Macy's already using her wit, her smartness, and outsmart Jimmy by seducing him, getting her powers back that he was holding in his pocket while wearing that red dress that she liked to Jimmy too, that he liked it, but actually it was Harry. So when that happened, Harry orbs away right before Macy actually like hit him with a fireball or something. He comes back with two of his demon bombs. Well, that's just weird when I just said it. And then does that technique and throws it to her. Like, I thought that technique was so cool, but I was also worried. But I was also like, why would he do that to Macy? But then I just figure out, what if he didn't have feelings for Macy and he's just pretending just to get her there, like literally, but he still fascinates her. But in one part of that, he talks to Macy about Harry, saying that she might like him more because he's different, and he's different from Harry, and he's everything Harry's not. And then finally, when he disappears after that, Mel and their actual Harry appears. She ends up taking her real Harry by the neck while he's screaming after that, which was funny. I did not even know that till later on. And try to kill him until Mel tried to convince her that it was their Harry, that it was a real Harry. And then Harry said their code word, or their safe word, which is Hut 8, which Jimmy didn't say. And honestly, I'm going to tell you this. Harry and Macy's relationship with safe words are like so awesome. But if you ask me to have an honest opinion about it, it's weird because they have like a lot of safe words, or at least what's up with the safe word that Harry keeps saying that they need. But it's a good thing to have a safe word, because if you know the safe word and that other person doesn't, you know that something's wrong. And apparently when Jimmy faked being Harry trying to rescue Macy, did not say that. So apparently that was showing him a little off. I mean, he tried to imitate every little thing that Harry did, but nothing seemed to work for him because apparently he is known to be caught by the Charmed Ones. They're not dumb as hell to not know that that's not Harry. Like, seriously? Like, when the girls finally found out about him, he wasn't like Harry. Like, seriously, like Harry would orb, but when he like be in the same room with the Charmed Ones or something, there's wind. And obviously when Maggie was standing in front of her dad's grave, there was wind, no orbing of such, and of course that would actually like out Jimmy, that he's not Harry. And even if Maggie doesn't have her impact powers, she would still know that's Harry. So now Macy knows if it's Harry because of the safe word and the looks and whatnot. So before I keep continuing talking about the other previous episodes, I'm gonna go on to episode 7. So episode 7, they went to go find they were doing this, like, they still, like, Jordan's wearing Jordan's sweat just to find out more of his history of why did Maggie have, like, that, vision. And then, like, then they found out about the Lenway Leeway. They went there, saw this lady got hurt, and Harry went to go, like, heal her, but that also put a strain on him. And then they found out that the Dryads were killed, and the tree was burned, and the fruit was gone. Sorry. And then instantly they thought it was Maggie, Abigail. I was meaning to say Abigail. But of course, it's going to be obvious it's going to be Abigail because apparently she tried to kill Macy like within the second episode or something and kill them because she thought that they were working for the assassin, but she found out that they weren't. So she did not want to continue killing them, and they went to go find her. Right when they went to her hotel room, they did not know she was with two girls in lingerie, and Maggie was like so shocked. Macy was like so disgusted while passing her robe, and Harry was like, Abigail, and then when he saw them in bed wearing that, he's like, sorry ladies. Abigail excused the ladies so that they could talk. Abigail just like taking an advantage of the time that her and Harry have and see what Macy would do. She's like talking to Harry, saying, Harold, have you told them the time we had or something like that? And Macy's like already had enough with her at this point, wanting to smite her, which kill her. But Harry told her no, they need her. She backs off. She wants to say something, but she doesn't want to escalate it any more than it is. They talk, and they said that they wouldn't believe her if she told them, and then she would phrase that where Maggie wouldn't believe her, and Maggie was like wondering what does she mean. The two are looking at her. She knew that. Abigail does a spell on the mirror, and there's like these demons like yelling Overlord, 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 and then Parker, I should have known that was Parker by his hair. Of course his hairstyle never changed in the back. So when he turned around, Maggie saw him, freaked out, and of course they take Abigail back to the command center, which is obvious. They don't need to trap her in the command center because they already did that once, and look what happened. She escaped. So they do that. Harry and Maisie try to convince Maggie that they should go with her, but Maggie tells them no because Parker's gonna feel ambushed. And see, even if they're like were apart and Parker didn't know she was alive, she still cared about what Parker would feel and how he would react if Macy and Harry suddenly went with Maggie. So she takes Abigail, and before they leave, Abigail ends up getting to Macy's head again about it by saying that she enjoyed their time together or something like that, and that her and the Susans would love to have him as a fourth. And then Macy asked him if him and Abigail had like this thing. Harry like really was shocked that she would ask that, and then he ends up saying, no, I'm not that stupid or something. She's dangerous. Macy ends up saying that dangerous can be fun or something. Harry ends up like turning that down, saying that's only if you don't think clearly. So they do their thing. Maggie and Abigail are in Switzerland, which is weird. Why would Parker want to be in Switzerland for his throne and stuff? But hey, who knows? We will not know anyways. So they go there. Maggie already has a plan, but Abigail turns that down by actually getting them like caught. And Parker sees Abigail and shadows towards her, takes her by the neck, tries to like choke her, and Maggie was wondering why was Parker doing that and was trying to tell Parker that she's not working with Abigail. And Parker tells her that not too long ago, 2 days ago, Abigail tried to kill him, throws her down. Maggie gets pissed and asked her and told her, you try to kill him? And Abigail's telling Maggie and Parker that he doesn't know that for sure if it was her. Then after that, it goes back to Mal and Cat. Cat finally comes back, and she looks like a mess. I mean, we all have our days when we do that. where we look like a mess, but then there's days where we don't. She comes back. But first, Mel meets Kat's mom, and Kat's mom's telling Mel that they're closing down the store. Kat's going back with her to see a doctor because she's hearing voices. She's going crazy. But little did Kat knew was that she was a medium, but she won't know that until later down in the episode, where I'm gonna explain that again. I'm gonna explain that in the next part of this video. This is part 1. Hopefully in part 2 it's not longer than I expected. So, on with the next video.